Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. Government ready to discuss any issue, says Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasizes millets as a food choice for the future. World Bank expects India to remain one of the fastest growing major economies of the world, upgrades GDP growth forecast for 2022-23 from 6.5 to 6.9%. Government-free telemedicine service eSanjeevani achieves 8 crore teleconsultations mark. 34 dead as landslide buries vehicles in Colombia, South America. And in FIFA World Cup, pre-quarter-final match between Morocco and Spain underway. Portugal to lock horns with Switzerland later tonight. And now the news in detail. The winter session of the Parliament begins tomorrow. Ahead of the session, an all-party meeting was held in the Parliament complex in New Delhi today. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Arjun Ram Meghwal and V. Muralidharan attended the meeting. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, DMK leaders T.R. Balu and Tiruchi Shiva, TMC leaders Derek O'Brien and Sudeep Bandyopadhyay, CPI leader Binoy Vishwam and leaders of other political parties also attended the meeting. After the meeting, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said that the government is ready to discuss any issue allowed by the chair in the Parliament.
जिस विषय पर स्पीकर साहब और चेयरमैन साहब अनुमति देंगे उसके ऊपर चर्चा होगा और बहुत डिटेल में 2.5 घंटे से ज्यादा हमारा चर्चा हुआ है और आउट ऑफ 47 पार्टी 31 पार्टीज हैव पार्टिसिपेटेड.
Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary urged the government for extensive debates on various issues during the winter session. He demanded that issues like unemployment, inflation, situation on Indo-China border and MSP for farmers may be discussed during the winter session.
बेरोजगारी से लेकर महंगाई ये सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा हमारे लिए है. हम ये भी मुद्दा उठाना चाहते हैं कि इंडो चाइना बॉर्डर में स्थिति क्या है.
The Election Commission is taking all necessary steps for a smooth and peaceful counting of votes for Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh Assembly on Thursday. Official sources said that in Gujarat there would be a total of 37 counting centres across the state covering 182 assembly seats. Ahmedabad district has the maximum of 3 counting centres. In Himachal Pradesh, all preparations have been completed for counting of votes which will take place in 68 centres. The News Services Division of All India Radio will broadcast special programs on the counting day on Thursday.
Janadesh 2022.
Results of Assembly elections in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh.
On Thursday, the 8th of December 2022. Stay tuned for result updates every hour in our program Janadesh 2022 from 10 a.m.
Special program in Hindi, Surkhiyon Mein, on discussion and analysis of results from 7:10 p.m. to 7:20 p.m.
In English, Spotlight program Roundup of election results from 9:15 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Special program on bilingual discussion and analysis from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Tune into FM Gold, Rajdhani Channel and National Network of All India Radio. Also live on News on AIR app.
The counting of votes for election to the 250 wards of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi will take place tomorrow. The counting will begin at 8 a.m. at all 42 counting centres. Talking to AIR News, Delhi State Election Commissioner Vijay Dev said elaborate security arrangements have been made at all counting centres to ensure the smooth counting of votes.
दिल्ली में काउंटिंग करने के लिए 42 काउंटिंग सेंटर्स बनाए हैं. उनकी लोकेशन दिल्ली के अंदर चारों तरफ फैली हुई है. वहां पे सुरक्षा के पूरे इंतजाम किए जाएंगे और वहां से हम टाइम टू टाइम के बुलेटिन्स भी देते रहेंगे कि किस तरीके से काउंटिंग चल रही है और क्या उसके ट्रेंड्स चल रहे हैं.
A total of over 1,349 candidates, including 709 women, are in the fray, whose political fate will be decided tomorrow. The polling for the MCD election was held on Sunday, which saw a voter turnout of 50.48%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emphasized making millets a food choice for the future. He said millets are among the earliest crops grown by humans and have been an important source of nutrients. Mr. Modi said this in his message during the opening ceremony of the International Year of Millets at the Food and Agricultural Organization FAO headquarters in Rome, Italy today. Union Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, Shobha Karandlaje, represented India at the opening ceremony and read out the Prime Minister's message, saying that a global movement related to millets is an important step in the direction of food security. The Prime Minister informed that millets are easy to grow, climate resilient and drought resistant. He further added that millets are a rich source of balanced nutrition, compatible with natural ways of farming and need less water. Mr. Modi remarked that millets are good for the consumer, cultivator and climate. While concluding, the Prime Minister highlighted the tremendous role that institutions and individuals can play. The Prime Minister congratulated the United Nations and the Food and Agriculture Organization for the launch of the International Year of Millets 2023 and expressed appreciation to member nations for their support. Our correspondent reports that it is the Prime Minister's vision and initiative that led to the United Nations General Assembly declaring the year 2023 as the International Year of Millets with support from more than 70 nations across the globe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the demise of eminent economist and former Union Minister Professor Y.K. Alag. Mr. Modi said he was a distinguished scholar who was passionate about various aspects of public policy, particularly rural development, the environment and economics. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. The World Bank today said that the Indian economy is set to grow at 6.9% in 2022-23, raising its forecast of 6.5% growth made in October. It said India has demonstrated resilience despite a challenging external environment. In a statement, the World Bank said India is expected to register strong GDP growth and remain one of the fastest growing major economies in the world due to robust domestic demand. It noted that India's economy is relatively insulated from global spillovers compared to other emerging markets. Government-free telemedicine service eSanjeevani has crossed another milestone by clocking 8 crore teleconsultations. The Health Ministry said the last 1 crore consultations were recorded in around 5 weeks, signalling a wider adoption of telemedicine. eSanjeevani is a national telemedicine service that strives to provide an alternative to conventional physical consultations through a digital platform. The ministry said in less than 3 years, this initiative has garnered the distinction of being the world's largest government-owned telemedicine platform. This model has been successfully implemented in over 109,000 Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers. eSanjeevani OPD has trained and onboarded over 222,000 specialists, doctors and health workers. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur today inaugurated the virtual drone e-learning platform at Agni College of Technology at Chengalpet near Chennai. The minister also flagged off the Drone Yatra. Speaking at the event, Mr. Thakur said that drone technology is essential for defense, agriculture, horticulture, cinema and could substitute for many areas. The minister informed at least 1 lakh drone pilots will be trained under the Make in India scheme in 2 years' time by the Garud Aerospace Technology in Chengalpet district.
100 Kisan drones which had been deployed in 100 places throughout India. It is here that Prime Minister Modi had said, and I quote, "Kisan drone is now the beginning of new age revolution in this direction," I unquote. And today I stand here in absolute amazement and I am thrilled to have witnessed some of the great work that is happening in Garuda Aerospace. As I walked through India's largest drone manufacturing facility, I was shown the advanced tools and manufacturing process of Garuda Kisan drones, which PM Modi had inaugurated earlier this year.
Mr. Thakur said that India is making a significant progress in developing cutting edge in drone technology. He told that drone technology can be used to stop illegal mining and can create a massive impact on agriculture. Union Public Service Commission UPSC has declared the results of the Civil Services Main Examination 2022, which was held in September this year. The e-summon letters of personality tests or interviews of the candidates qualified in the examination will be made available in due course, which can be downloaded from the Commission's website. China's capital Beijing today further relaxed some COVID curbs, doing away with the requirement of negative COVID-19 tests to enter supermarkets, commercial buildings, airport, etc. This was the latest in a raft of measures adopted to relax its dreaded dynamic zero COVID policy nationwide after historic public protests against it. State media reported at least 19 cities across China, including Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou and Wuhan, have scrapped negative COVID testing requirement for riding public transport. However, a negative test result is still needed to enter hospitals, schools, restaurants and gyms, etc. A report from our Beijing correspondent.
A big shift in China's zero-COVID policy began on November 30th when southern metropolis of Guangzhou abruptly ended most lockdowns despite reporting high number of daily cases. Same day, a number of other major cities also declared an easing of certain COVID controls. This was followed by historic protests nationwide against the lockdowns and stringent zero-COVID policy. On November 30th, end of lockdown in Guangzhou was followed by China's Vice Premier Sun Chunlan saying that China's battle against the virus is facing new situation as the Omicron variant becomes less pathogenic. This flurry of announcements and actions is seen as a significant first step towards a quiet exit from President Xi's signature zero-COVID policy, even though many challenges still remain. Anshuman Mishra, AIR News, Beijing.
In Colombia, South America, the death toll has gone up to 34 in a rain-fueled landslide that buried a bus and other vehicles in northwest province of Risaralda. According to late reports, the accident happened on Sunday. Colombia's disaster management agency said the bus was traveling from Cali, Colombia's third largest city, to the municipality of Cordonto in Choco province. Rescuers are digging through the mud for survivors and 9 people have been rescued alive. The winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. On the eve of the session, News Services Division of All India Radio will bring you special discussions tonight at 9:30 p.m. on issues before Parliament in English and Sansad Ke Samaksh Mudde in Hindi. Members of Parliament and spokespersons from recognized national parties will be participating and sharing with us the issues the parties want to discuss in the upcoming winter session. Issues Before Parliament program can be heard on FM Rainbow channel and Sansad Ke Samaksh Mudde program can be heard on FM Gold, Indraprasth and AIR Live News 24/7 channels from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. The Sensex and the Nifty today witnessed modest losses. Both indices fell more than 0.3% amid negative cues from global share markets. The BSE Sensex finished below 62,650 points, while the Nifty settled below the 18,650 level. In the FIFA World Cup 2022, the match between Morocco and Spain is underway at Al Rayyan Stadium, Doha, Qatar. No goal was scored when reports last came in. In another last round of 16 match, Portugal will face Switzerland at Lusail Stadium at 12:30 tonight. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Winter session of Parliament begins tomorrow. Government ready to discuss any issues, says Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasizes millets as a food choice for the future. World Bank expects India to remain one of the fastest growing major economies of the world, upgrades GDP growth forecast for 2022-23 from 6.5 to 6.9%. Government-free telemedicine service eSanjeevani achieves 8 crore teleconsultations mark. 34 dead as landslide buries vehicles in Colombia, South America. And in FIFA World Cup, pre-quarter-final match between Morocco and Spain underway. Portugal to lock horns with Switzerland later tonight. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.